welcome to the Footy Show. Massive night ahead, plenty happening in the world of footy. Don't worry about that. What are you doing out here, Fat?
Chemistry, Jim. We worked so well together last week. I'm back.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but we have got a huge show in store for you, including, if you don't mind, umpire, please, one of our favourites, Ross Lyon, in the house tonight. The coach of the Fremantle Dockers. The Footy Show Stakes. It was the race that stopped the nation last week, and don't worry, it's going to do it again.
Yep.
Sam had a rant, was a bit controversial.
Yes.
He's back tonight to have another go at it. And tell it, talk about being back, Dave Hughes! We can't wait for that. And of course, the best in Footy Show. This is the dog show that has to be seen to be believed. The first challenge is on tonight. We can't wait for that. As I said, it is going to be a massive Footy Show tonight.
Jim, what about the panel? Superstar panel.
Well, interesting you ask about the panel, Bill, because they're a massive part of our show, and they are always superstars, and this man almost needs no introduction. Norm Smith medal, we're talking Anzac Day medal, Brownlow medal. He is the best there is at Collingwood. Dane Swan is on the Footy Show. And speaking of very, very good operators, from the North Melbourne Football Club, Nick Del Santo. The smooth mover is here. Oh, Nicky Dale. And for the first time in 2016, Dave Hughes. Make him welcome, Hughesy. We're going to get to you in a second, Hughesy, because it's been a big off-season for you, just tearing the ratings to shreds on another show, which we've absolutely loved. But that's the panel, and they're going to have a great time tonight. But they are nothing, and we are nothing. Without this man who's been here from day one, 300-game superstar from the Geelong Footy Club. Put your hands together for John Sammy Newman. Crisp.
What?
Very crisp.
Now, before we start, Fat, can I just say, with all sincerity, what an enormous job Jim did, solo almost, last week on his inaugural...
Yeah, well done, Jimmy. Yes, Sam, he is back in town. He is back. The swagger is back. Look at him. Have a look at this. Just hit the winning runs against the West Indies. Have a look at the flog here. Look at the swagger, Jim. What is going on here?
Bill, why did I know that when you uttered that first sentence that the piss was going to be taken?
Yeah, you look like a quince. But it's not just us that thought that. The average man in the street even thought it.
How do you think Jimmy Brayshaw, you know he's the president? Yes, I love him so much. He's the king of kings. He's everything to me.
The king of kings.
Enough of that, because this man, of course, couldn't be with us last week because he was hosting, if you don't mind, the grand final of Australia's Got Talent. Hughesy, well done. Thank you.
Great job last week, guys. But yes, I was hosting the grand final of Australia's Got Talent. As a Carlton supporter, it was great to be involved in a grand final. So, yeah, no, it was great, no doubt.
And what have you enjoyed in the off-season? Have you had any ability to have a look at it?
Absolutely. So a few rule changes. I liked how Richmond last weekend wanted to call the game off early, and as a Carlton supporter, I wanted to do that as well. So, yeah, no, it's been a great off-season. Can't wait for the season, though. It's going to be big.
Very nice. Now, Swanee, so much for us to talk about with you, but I noticed during the week that you've come out and said that this could well be your last year, which surprised all of us because you played good footy last year when you weren't off the park with injury, of course. You played very good football, in fact. Why are you coming out and saying that, please?
Thanks, I got asked, really.
But have you not got confidence in yourself to go beyond this year?
No, I don't think it's so much about my footballing ability. It's about the rest of my life. And when you play, you know, this football for AFL level for 14, 15 years like I have, I don't know, there's other things I want to do, but...
how would you fill in your time?
How would I fill it in? Pretty well, I would have thought. No, well, there's things I had a nightclub, but it burnt to the ground. So that'll be back up by next year. Tattoo shop, clothing label, work for KPI, my cousin's labour hire company. But I don't know, mate. I got asked and I said, well, I don't know. out of contract at the end of the year, so...
Yeah.
Well,
How
maybe.
is the body? Body all right?
Yeah, the body's actually not bad, mate. I'm not 24 anymore, so the body's okay. The body, I've got no doubt it'll hold up for another year. And like, I'm going to get pushed forward, so different challenge. But you know, if I think we're pretty close to a flag, which hopefully we are, you know, I'll go around again. But if we finish 12th or 14th or something, there's not much point.
That's a bit selfish.
Like, you never know. I might not be getting a kick, and then I might give it away halfway through, then go to Europe.
So this could well be your last year then. So now listen, now Dane, I'm not up with social media, and I'm not into it, and I'm not a devotee of it all, and blogging and other...
Snapchat?
All. But someone told me you've had, there's been a little bit going on in the summer, mate, that would you like to expand? What is it actually has been going on? Would you like to expand on...
No, I wouldn't. No, it's got nothing to do with anyone else, so that'll do. It's been dealt with, and
What are you saying, for?
just training hard and getting ready for round one. And that's about it.
Don't worry about it, Swanee. I mean, the people forget about these things really quickly, don't they, Nick?
Yeah, don't know what you're talking about, Husey.
Oh, now, Nick, I'll get you out of this. Well done. Welcome to Nick Del Santo, of course, the
Nicky
superstar
Del.
from North Melbourne.
Thank you, Bill.
15th pre-season. We all love the smooth walking and talking Del. The ageing list. Now, I know you haven't heard this question before. It is a worry there at North, and only 6 AFL captains today at the captains' meeting picked North Melbourne to make the top 8. Only 6.
Yeah, really original question there, Bill, about our ageing list. But I did hear Hodgie say today that it's not about your birth certificate, it's about how you perform. So I still think those guys, and obviously Brent Harvey, Drew Petrie, are probably our 2 oldest guys that are still playing fantastic footy. So we feel like we're as good a chance as anyone. We don't have any guys that are retiring mid-year, which is nice. But yeah, we are getting a little bit older, which means that those guys don't get the same opportunity. But we're optimistic.
The thing about that, you look after your older recruits, don't you? You respect them. You've got a new one this year. This is an actual photo of the lock of one of the new recruits, Ray Farron. Yeah. Yeah. I thought Farron Ray was turning up, but I think I'd much prefer Ray Farron.
Yeah, we really get around the new recruits and show a lot of respect and get to know everybody. But it is a dreadful name, so I don't actually got no issue with being called Ray Farron.
Have had some changes to the list, as have all clubs. Dal, why don't you walk us through what the Kangaroos have done in the off-season?
Yeah, love to, Jim. So we've got in young Jed Anderson, obviously got him from the Hawks. He's had a fantastic pre-season, played a few NAB Cup games and is a likely type, probably cross half forward. Big Benny Mackay, or McKay, was our first round pick. But we've got about 4 or 5 other young guys there that have had fantastic pre-seasons, all got elite fitness, and maybe not this year, but there'll be opportunities through the next couple of years for them to step up and take their place in our senior side. So really optimistic. We lost a few, but we've definitely replaced them with some quality players.
And good luck to Nathan Grimer, who's found his way to Essendon. Very good man, Nani.
Yeah, one of the most loved blokes at the footy club, and I've only been there for a couple of years, but one of the things I notice is how respected and loved this guy is. Obviously, he's a character off the field, and they are a dying breed in AFL footy, but yeah, wish him all the best at the Bombers this year.
And your captain's also loved, and he does a great job with the kids, doesn't he, when he goes out to clinics?
Yes.
Here he is looking after the kids. Here, have a look at this. Who's going to take this mark? Yeah, I'll take it. That's mine. Yeah.
He hasn't done that at senior level, so it's
No.
bad.
Swanee, you love your clinics, and you give some great advice to the kids there too.
Yeah, I do.
Just like this.
Get together those tattoos.
Well, firstly, thank you for me being your favourite player. You obviously haven't watched lately. And secondly, yes, they all hurt. Would you like one? Well, I could probably organise that for you. Make sure you go home and tell your parents that you want a tattoo now. I think I can sort of arrange that for you if you really want me to.
Swanee, you're going to give the kid a tattoo.
Business. Money's money.
How is the parlour going, Mooney Ponds?
Yeah, Mooney Pond's going really well actually. People seem to want to getting tattooed, so down there in 37 Hall Street, Mooney Ponds. I've been in a little bit trying to get back in there again, but yeah, people love getting tattooed, so...
Hey, good news for all Collingwood fans during the week with the re-signing, well, not re-signing because he was already signed, but the extension for Nathan Buckley out to another year.
Yeah.
That would have sat well with you, I imagine?
Oh, it sat beautifully, yeah. No, good on him, I guess.
Why do you think people like getting tattoos?
Why?
Yeah, why? What is it?
Well, I don't think people actually like the feeling of getting tattooed.
No,
but
what motivates someone to go into a tattoo parlour and part with $1,000 to have a whole lot of crap written over their body?
Oh.
No, not necessarily you, Dane, but you see, every silly bastard in town's got one. Haven't they?
Yep.
What is it?
Well, come down and I'll show you. Why don't you come down and we'll get you sorted. I've got no idea, but it's a form of,
What?
I guess, expression and art and all that kind of stuff.
Bullshit.
So it's only skin, so what does it matter whether it's wrinkly or it's got colours?
Have you regretted any? You've got 1,000. Have you regretted any of them?
I'll go off Sam Newman's face on my ass, so I get to sit on his face every night, which is pleasant. But that's a bet.
Have you got any tats, Del?
No. No.
Clean cut.
Yeah, it hurt far too much for me to get one.
Swanee, do you
Too
have to
smart.
stretch the skin to tattoo an old man? How does that work? If you...
Oh, that's enormous. Jim. Well done.
I think we could sort it out if you wanted to come down one night and we could film it and you could sort it out.
Yep.
What about getting Swanee on your backside, Sam?
I cannot understand what motivates someone to get a tattoo. Honestly, I can't. No. Everyone's got one. It's almost just you're out there if you haven't got one.
Yes. Well, Swanee, speaking of Collingwood, and we just were prior to getting onto the tattoo thing, some list changes for you guys at the Pies. We'd like you, given your comprehensive knowledge of your own list, to walk us through what's happened here.
Yeah, we got...
Who do you know there?
We got Adam Treloar and a bunch of other young good footballers.
James Aish, of course.
Yeah, no, he's over from Brisbane.
Ben Crocker. Tell us about Ben Crocker.
Ben Crocker, he's not a bad player. He runs around the ground and gets a kick.
Tommy Phillips.
Tommy Phillips,
good young kid.
good runner, beat Steele in the 2K first up. I know that.
What about Jeremy Howe? Did he really break his finger with a frisbee, or was
Oh no, we're sticking to that story, so good on him. But I think so. Yeah, he obviously can't catch a frisbee, or his dog can't throw it properly. But very unfortunate. I guess that's his welcome to Collingwood, mate. If it happened over in Melbourne, I guess he wouldn't have been front page news. But it happens over at us, and throwing a frisbee gets him on the front page. So that was his induction.
Well, you get in the newspapers in many ways, and one of them is through your modelling. This is you for Lonsdale. Painters just a skin you can shed. That looks very, very cool. But Nick, people don't know you've also done something similar for Lonsdale. Let's have a look at this one. This is Nick. Consequence always.
Once a quince.
That's Jimmy.
Once a quince.
Yeah, well, no, I think we both look great.
Yeah, it's as good as I can look, Husey. Thanks, mate.
No, you look great. Don't get me wrong.
All right.
Now, first time I'm reading this script.
You are? Why are you?
Are we going to...
Ad?
So,
Yes.
An ad?
Yes, we are.
So we're getting... Now, you took me by surprise last week.
Why?
You said I was going to be given 70 seconds, a second for every year I've been on the planet, to actually say something I wanted to say, and I wasn't prepared. But I've got something prepared this week, so we're going to do it now? The rant?
No, we're not. In fact, I'm not sure we're going to do it at all.
No.
You said...
Oh, look, here. Oh, shit. There you go, Fox. There you go.
I'll tell you why we're not going to do it.
No, I've got some good stuff.
And that is because... This came and went pretty quick. Ross Lyon, Sam, the coach of the Fremantle Dockers, is going to join us on stage here next, and he has requested that most of the questions tonight be asked by you.
Yes.
By who?
By you.
By you.
By me?
Yeah.
By you.
To Ross Lyon.
Should be an interesting interview then.
So
now he's
therefore...
with the Dockers, is he?
Yes.
All right.
You know where he is. So that's coming up next, so just get yourself nice and straightened up.
Powder dry.
Is he
And
still,
get ready.
he's the
He
Dockers
is the coach, and don't worry,
Not
he
the
is a
coach of the
star.
Saints.
And we cannot wait to speak to him. So stay with us on the Footy Show. Ross Lyon!
The Footy Show Stakes, brought to you by Ticket Tech.
Red light flashing. Just about ready to jump here. Racing. First out of the gates is Brendan Favola on No Longer a Pisshead. Followed closely by stablemate Wardy on I Hate Waleed Ali because he's a pricker. Further back is Daisy Thomas on Shed Kicker. Good to see the connections have found a ride for the old geezer. Moving up through the field now is Tyrone Vickery, who thinks he's on the horse. followed closely on the outside by Tony Abbott and Peter Gretland on Nothing to See Here. Sensation at the 600 is new crowd favourite Favola. He's joined by Old Favola, bolting out of the bird cage to join the field. Both moving quickly past Tyrone Vickery, who now swears he's hailing a gambler. At the turn, in serious trouble is Daisy Thomas on shed kicker. And hold the phone, folks, it's Chief Steward Damien Hardwick. He's walked onto the course, trying to stop the race before someone else gets hurt. In the final straight now, coming hard, it's New Favola, followed closely by Old Favola. It's New Fev, it's Old Fev, it's Nick Kyrgios complaining he should have featured more in this animation. But flying down the outside, it's Tyrone Vickery, who now thinks he's a plane. Victory to Vickery!
And we should congratulate Fev too, by the way, for winning. I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, and did very, very nicely.
And back with Alex, that is fantastic.
Yeah, Alex is a great girl, so all of that is fantastic.
Good news, yeah, and a bit harsh on Dale Thomas, saying he's a shit kicker. No, he knows exactly what he's doing, Dale. A little bit of footage from the weekend. Just watch this kick playing Sydney. He knows what he's doing here. Just keep it on the ground. Now, the Sydney guy had no hope of marking that, so...
Look at that.
No, and that is a long-term plan right there.
I mentioned just before the break that this man is very, very good to us on the Footy Show. Whenever we ask, he comes on, whenever he's in town, and therefore he is one of our great friends. But not only that, he is a superb football coach. Over his career, his coaching percentage of wins is 65, which every coach in the competition would die for. He's extended through to 2020, which means that he's going to be a Fremantle Docker for a long time, and he's been good enough to join us tonight. Put your hands together for Ross Lyon.
Why are you here? Why are you in Melbourne, Australia?
At your behest, Sam.
No.
The AFL launch was fantastic night tonight, led by Gillon McLaughlin and the unfurling of the flag, really, and launching 2016.
Brought the big guns over just from the west, just drifted over to take us
Adam
apart.
Simpson was in town and I attended also.
Well, staggeringly enough, Ross, it was held about 150 metres from here.
Yeah,
in
very
the
convenient.
neighbouring studio.
Very
so
convenient.
I didn't realise that you were going to be that close. I know you requested when you came
No,
on.
you
Clearly there's been a miscommunication there.
But Sam, take control of this interview.
Yeah, no, that's absolute nonsense. But you would know how easy this is for us to sit here and think up all these questions that we hope will make you feel uncomfortable. And you have to sit here and put up with all this nonsense.
Well, that's the expectation coming on,
But
Sam.
it's, as Theodore Roosevelt said, it's not the critic who counts, it's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, it's the man in the arena. So you're the man in the arena, and I'm sure you can... Now, I am a simple man, you know this, but I want to show you a photo I took I took it on my cell phone... What do you call it? Mobile phone.
Mobile phone.
Of a derby game a couple of years ago. Now, this is your side, playing, and I want you to explain this. This is not a criticism, incidentally. I just want you to explain missed the modern game. It's passed me by about 20 years ago. That is your side playing the West Coast Eagles, and that every player, including yours and the West Coast Eagles, were in the forward 50 of the West Coast Eagles goal line. What is this plan? What happens if you'd suddenly got the ball? Who would you have kicked it to?
They've got to run very quickly, Sam.
Did
they score, the Eagles?
No one scored, which is the point of my
certainly not to
cumbersome
instruction.
question.
They must have overplayed some situations.
No, Ross. Well, you'll love this. Could you be sort of almost found guilty of trying to save games before they're actually lost? Are we not proactive enough, do we think?
Potentially. I think everyone's entitled to their opinion, but we certainly go out
That's
and
not my
start...
opinion. This is just one of the
that's
questions.
someone else's opinion. Yeah. Look, we're trying to improve the balance between attack and offence and defence. We won 17 games last year, finished on top of the table. We won a final. It was okay. We're clearly trying to get better. I'm not sitting here thinking I'm a genius. I know I need to improve, like most of us.
I think you're a genius. You are.
Okay.
You are. You've coached 4 grand finals.
Well, technically 3. The replay, it's a little bit different. So 3 seasons.
That's 4 grand finals you've coached.
Technically.
You've kicked 9 goals in one of them, 7 in the next, 10 in the next, 8 in the next. What I'm saying to you, Ross, is it's not a hell of a lot of goal scoring.
It's not. But when you look at
What
last
is
year's
that
grand
reason?
final, sometimes teams get on top of you, and I think the Eagles was really dominant last year. I think they kicked 8 goals in the grand final. So when you get to the apex game of the season, you're playing great teams, and sometimes great teams get on top of you and you don't actually do exactly what you want to do.
But you found inspiration, did you not, by Nathan Fife, who texted you during last year's grand final.
He did.
And he said, and I think you became inspired by his text. Did a whole new sort of dawn break on you and you thought, no, this could be the way to go? What did he say in the text?
Well, I don't do drama, and that's quite dramatic, Sam. So what he did, he made some observations about Hawthorn, about their physicality, about their effort, about their skill level, about their crumbing, and, you know, just saw some...
So the whole gambit of why they're good.
Well, they're handy. Not too many have beaten them. So
No.
3 in a row, you're okay, yeah. But look, on the back of, you know, he played with a broken leg in the prelim, where we really pushed Hawthorn. We ran into some challenges. We had a winning season in a sense, but didn't capitalise. Players invest in that campaign an enormous amount. So what happens when they get disappointed? You're always seeing there as a coach, you know, trying to sell hope. But when the hope comes from the player and the inspiration comes from the player, that's very powerful.
So they're your nemesis, Hawthorn, aren't you?
Well, not only mine.
No, but you...
particularly.
Because, as I understand it, Ross, you have enlisted the services of a man called Mr. Guerra and Mr.
Hale.
What?
And David Hale.
I was getting on to Guerra and Hale. Nave, of course, replaced 2 men that you let go or they left. I'm not sure. Messrs. Kirk and Lloyd.
Correct.
Yes.
Why would you do that? Well, not every idea is original, isn't it? So clearly they come with some football intellectual property.
From Hawthorn's?
Yeah, clearly, yeah. So...
You're trying to pick Hawthorn's brains from the back through the back door.
Well, I think any coach in the competition or any club would be silly if you're going to appoint people not to look in that area. So, but they come with great character, great competence, and yeah, we appointed them.
Like yourself.
Hey, Ross, if I can just jump in, not that I'm not loving the way Sam's line of questioning's headed. What does, in your view, success look like? Now that we've got 18 teams, it's pretty tough to win the grand final. I mean, you coached St Kilda, have won 1 in their history, the Western Bulldogs won as well, and there have been clubs that have been around for 100 years. So it's not realistic that you're going to win the grand final very often, no matter who you are. So what does success look like for you?
Well, clearly we aim to win a premiership. Fremantle Dockers, we're a serious football club. Yep. The cupboard's bare. We want to be respected in the competition. We want to be in a state of continuous improvement. We're building a $107 million facility. That's going to be the biggest and best in the country. We think we've got a talented player list. We've got fantastic corporate sponsors, Woodside Petroleum, Deck Mill. We've got 50,000 passionate members. And this was an expansion team, not given the assistance that Gold Coast have been given or GWS. The $4 million licence fee was taken off them and they were plonked there to fend for themselves. So over a 20-year period, they've established a really deep footprint in the AFL, and the ultimate measure of that will be winning premierships, and we don't shy away from. We want to win premierships, but at the end of the day, you can't win it every year. So it's really quite difficult, but that's the aim. We're working incredibly hard, and we want to continue to grow and improve. But I can't question my players' effort, my coaching panel's effort, and the commercial operations of the club. So if we fall short, you know, you're only defeated when you quit. We've been beaten, but we haven't quit. So
you got to be in it
we're
to
on
win
that
it.
march.
Absolutely, Ross. And I want to answer your question. I'm a bit intimidated. You're an intimidating figure.
I'm intimidated.
But when I saw a press conference you did during the pre-season, I realised how generous you are with reporters. You're about to leave this press conference, but then a reporter wanted to ask an extra question. And you gave this guy a little bit more of your time. Just see how this played out.
We're in a Western Australian club who likes to get out to our community. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
No, you go.
Do you think you're tracking pretty well for round 1?
I don't know. Interpret the press conference and make a judgment.
What did that mean?
And that's fair enough.
I would say that he's...
No, this is what I say. We have numbskulls like me and everyone else that barrel you up and try and ask you things and trip you up. But the people who know you, like the people who run the club, have signed you up till 2020, so you shouldn't worry about the rabble. I know you don't, but we're just here to try and trip you up, and we could never do it. They say you're demanding and unrelenting. You're anal. Is that anal? Is in?
We know what you mean.
Yeah.
Who are they, sir?
Who are they? That's right.
They's been big lately. Who are they?
They are the people who surround you, and they. And
what about Sam? What about Nick? Nick was surrounded by. Well, you surrounded him for years, didn't you?
Unrelenting and unrelenting and is good.
Ferociously pursuing excellence.
That's right. Someone's got to make a decision.
I'm really happy to wear that hat.
And that's what I was going to say. That is a criticism unfairly that's levelled at you. What sort of criticism
I thought it was an
that?
observation. If it's a criticism, people are entitled to their opinion. I just go into work to work the hardest I can for my club, leave no effort behind, and I can walk home and think I'm comfortable with that.
Were you surprised Ryan Crowley went to the Bombers?
That's not something I thought of. Ryan was a valuable servant for our club. Obviously, he made an error of a judgment that put his career under pressure, and I think he was 32. And we wanted to shift away from taggers, play a more attractive brand of football, Sam, try and score a little bit more. So look, they're entitled. He'll be great for them. He works really hard. He'll give them great leadership. Clearly, that's a club under pressure, and I think he can really fill a void there for a period of time.
And Dal played some great football under you, Ross, at the Saints, and your great mates.
Yes, similar to Sammy Ross, I've been following around this summer and noticed that you've been out and about, so I took a few happy snaps of myself here, mate. No, they're all good. So here's the first one. It's you doing a little bit of a marathon here, and you're a Gold Coast supporter here. If we can get a little bit close, you can actually see that it's a dead ringer for you.
Oh, look at that.
The second one's you with the missus here in Sydney.
What?
And my third one's my favourite. That's you at the tab on a Monday afternoon, just getting on trackside, Rossi. So you've obviously had a big summer, as long as being dedicated to Freo.
While you're there, Dal, let's have a look at what's happening with Fremantle in the off-season.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, know Fremantle very well, Swanee. The big inclusion is Harley Bennell, obviously from the Gold Coast. Currently had a fantastic season, pre-season. Looking forward to seeing how he goes this year. They've got a lot of other younger guys there that haven't yet played, but likely to when the older blokes drop off, which won't be any time soon. But obviously, as Rossi's mentioned, it's a big year for the footy club. They've been around the mark for about 3 or 4 years now, really knocking on the door, and with a little bit of luck and come grand final day, could be their time.
Bill?
No doubt about that. I'm just having a look at that. Yes. Who's going to kick your goals?
The team, Bill.
The team?
Yeah, certainly. We want to bring the ball to the forwards a little bit more, keep the forwards home a little bit more, and Harley Bennell, she'll kick a few for us. He's very talented.
He is. Are you on social media?
Every couple of years.
We've got your Twitter account here. This is back on the 20th of Feb 2013. Watch this space. That's 3 years ago. We've been watching and watching. This is March the 3rd, 2016, 3 years later. Strap yourselves in. For what, Ross? No, for what?
Relentless, anal and patient.
Two tweets.
Yeah, that's enough. You're talking about it.
Admirable qualities. Admirable qualities. Being relentless and demanding.
Never giving up, Sam.
That's it.
You should get involved with Throwback Thursday, Ross, where you show photos of you, old photos, because this one's an absolute ripper. Let's have a look at you here. Now, is your bum eating those shorts? What's going on there?
Actually wearing shorts.
No comment, though. No comment.
Hey, Ross, you just mentioned playing attractive football. We know that is a real touchstone for the AFL coming into this season. They want all clubs at all times to try and play as attractively as possible. How do you balance that with a win-loss ratio that gets you into top spot and gets you a home final? I mean, 65% coaching record means that you get the win-loss right all the time. Do you buy into attractive footy, or do you say, look, you just worry about what you're on about and let us win games?
Well, fundamentally, we're paid to win, but in the off-season, we had discussions with Gillen and Mark Evans about how we think the game could be opened up, and some of the rule changes, or about to be rule changes, have reflected that, particularly the guarding of the mark. Because you hear the commentary and the doomsayers about zones, but sometimes it's as simple as not allowing cribbing on the mark and double guarding the mark. It really has eradicated slow ball, a lot of stoppages. So sometimes just go to the people that really understand it, and they can help simplify the solution for you, and I think that's occurred.
Will Harley Bennell play round 1?
Very good question. He'll play round 1 for the Waffle this week for Peel, so technically he'll play round 1. Yeah, he's been going exceptionally well.
Did you answer?
No.
No. Really? And have you taken him under your wing? Which you have.
Look, I've got 99 problems and Harley ain't one.
Hey, Ross, we absolutely love when you come in.
What does that mean?
He's too good for you, Bill.
He's too
and
good
it
for
means
us all.
far too good for Sam.
No, I know.
We love you coming in and giving us some of your time. It's fantastic. I don't know whether you saw the show last week, Sam. We gave 70 seconds to get everything off his chest that had been annoying him in the off-season. It's called The Rant. Would you like to stick around?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'd like to hear the rant.
Yes.
Right.
Very good.
Now, here comes the lectern. Not now.
Not now.
We're going to take a break. Ross Lyons, a superstar.
Well done, let's go. Tonight on the Footy Show, players have come from miles around to get their pooch into the greatest dog show on earth. Okay, Rocky, how did he travel on the way down here to Melbourne?
Yeah, he was pretty good. I put a shirt in there so he didn't freak out too much smelling at me, but he actually took a dump on it, so it wasn't ideal.
Not a steamer. Our postie has cracked it because the mailbag is chockers. We'll help him lighten his load. They're quaking in their footy boots. The best draftees of the new season will face Dave Hughes live. And right after this, Sam is on his soapbox winding up Trump style for the rant. That'll get you clapping. Good one. Tonight on The Footy Show.
Welcome back to The Footy Show. Thanks to our great friends at Nissan, of course. Sportsbet.com.au. Download the mobile app today. And Home Timber and Hardware, go where the tradies go. Now, just letting you know, speaking of our great friends at Nissan, that they have a tipping competition up and running where you can win, if you don't mind, an NP300 Navara. A brand new car.
Thanks to Nissan, our top tipster at the end of the season will win an NP300 Navara. That's over 50k worth of tough Nissan motor vehicle. There are also 4 runner-up prizes of flights, accommodation and tickets to the grand final footy show. Plus weekly prizes of $500 cash to be won. Head to wideworldofsports.com.au/tipping for full T's and C's and to get your tips in now.
Thank you very much to Nissan. Get stuck into that. A brand new car. As I said, it is time on the Footy Show now for Sam's rant. All right. 70 seconds.
Last there is a legitimate scale.
Hang on, we haven't started yet. We've got to give you the air horn and the rules. 70 seconds. Last week you went for nearly 2.5 minutes. So tidy the time up, please. Bill, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go,
Here
Jim.
we are.
Here we go.
There is. With illumination. This is an aside. Donald Trump is fantastic. And if Madonna, could you stop being a bitch? Could you stop being a bitch, darling? Don't treat us like hayseeds. We put you on the map. We are the best country in the world, so turn up to your concerts on time.
Madonna gets a drive-by.
2.5 hours late, she was.
Somehow Madonna and Donald Trump got entered in. We like the panel to give their assessment on how it went. Swanee, we'll start with you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Hang on, you're fucking that right. Look at this.
Look at this.
Well, I'll tell you what you can do. Is you can vote online if you like what you thought, what you saw during the rant. AFL Footy Show, Facebook, get stuck into that.
So why wouldn't
give us
that
your
get
thoughts.
100%?
Well, I thought you were going okay until you wandered into other stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Donald
not part of
Trump
the
is
rules.
fantastic. I wish he was here.
That's not part of the rules of the rant.
And Madonna, God almighty,
Madonna
get
should-
yourself
I think we
together,
got all
will
of
you?
it. Hey,
Treat us with some
She
respect.
could be watching, mate, because you know she won't be at the concert yet. So.
Treat us with some respect, for
The
God's
Western
sake.
Bulldogs were one of the excitement
They were,
machines
Jimmy
last
Boy.
year.
6 on the ladder. They had 14 wins last year. And a couple of ins there with experience. Matthew Suckling, of course, and Jed Adcock comes into that side. A couple other boys there. Some outs. Stuart Crammery won't play this year, of course. He's been suspended and they've lost a couple others there. Tory Dixon, how many goals did he kick last year, Nicky Dell?
Have to be at least 34.
Kicked 50 goals, Tory Dixon.
Yep.
And Jake Stringer kicked 56. They play their first 7 games at Etihad Stadium. They'll get off to a good start and they'll be top 8 again, I reckon. Go the Doggies!
And Jed Adcock's a great inclusion down from Brisbane, and he's really happy to be in a town where it's all about AFL, yeah? I mean, where everyone's rapt about AFL. Yep. Here he is just giving away free tickets in Footscray. See how this goes.
How we going, guys? Want to come to the footy? Round 1, Easter Sunday.
Oh, Easter
free
Sunday.
tickets.
Thanks, but I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You as well, I'm guessing, trying to hide under the hat. Dave, would you like a free ticket to round 1? No, thank you. Oh, good. Nothing going on.
Tickets! Just take them. Put them on eBay. Give them to someone else. What's wrong with these people?
I love it. Oh, they're going places, the Western Bulldogs. They're in very good shape. What about Port Adelaide, Dell? As we win
Port Adelaide, after including Charlie Dixon from the Gold Coast, that'll be a fantastic option for them up forward. They have lost a couple, though, with Ryder and Monfrey's out with, obviously, the suspension for 12 months. So they will have to fill that void, and I think they'll do it with Dixon. A little bit quiet last year after a fantastic one the year before. I'm predicting they'll be back where they belong in the top 8.
Hey, Hughesy, the AFL playing community is savage on social media, and I know that you've started to have a very close look at it.
I have. I follow it. I love Instagram.
Yep.
Love following AFL footballers on Instagram. I love what they post. And Dal, you posted one just before Bubba was born, yeah? Just before Bubba was born. Had the Maxi Cozzy installed for the upcoming arrival. It's getting real. Hashtag only the beast. Hashtag Maxi Cozzy. Hashtag big thanks. Hashtag exploiting my fetus. You got that for free, yeah?
Yeah, and Maxi Cozzy have done a fantastic job, and my son Jude turned 1 yesterday, so he's alive and ticking the boxes there.
All right, you'll get another Maxi Cozzy after this. Now, Jordan Lewis, he waited till his baby was born.
Look at that.
It's hard to believe that he's actually sponsored by ASICS, isn't it? Well done, Jordan. There we go to Patrick Dangerfield. Yeah, right. Oh,
no.
It's game time. Hashtag on the way. Hashtag go Crows. Hashtag Adelaide now. Hashtag Brenton Harrow. Hashtag when do I go to Geelong? Yeah, we keep going. We've got Brendan Goddard. He just does the whole house into Instagram. Have a look at that. Every box in that house has been given him for free. Nike, Brooks, I don't know what the others are, but he knows. Stevie J, no subtlety, he got a free ham, yeah? Well, Stevie.
Oh, choppers.
Seriously, for about $15, buy your own ham, Stevie. and Lewis Taylor, the saddest one for me, goes to the dentist. Wisdom teeth are done and dusted. Greg Show was easily the best dentist I know. Cheers, mate. Hashtag swollen. Hashtag you're from Warrnambool, mate. Don't worry about your teeth.
Have a look at the Foss. Got no idea what that is.
Mate, that's the equivalent of getting tattoos. What do people do that for?
Free
They
stuff,
get it for nothing.
Free. What?
They get it for nothing.
Why would you be bothered? What would you get for nothing?
Last year, Stevie J's car had a flat tyre, so he took a photo of it and put it on Instagram with his tailor-made clubs just lying next to the jack.
Jeez, is it worth the effort?
Mate,
honestly?
you would be great on social media.
Oh, how pathetic. Who is interested in what people are doing? Who could give us stuff about it?
Yeah,
honestly, it's
Here's a rant. Rant for next week.
It's called the World Wide Web. I think we might give the rant a spell. We're going to take a break because next we hear from some of the brand new inductees into the AFL through the draft. These are superstars, and the best in footy shows still to come as well. Studios here in the magnificent Docklands precinct for Best in Footy Show, thanks to Home Timber and Hardware, some of the biggest names in the AFL and their dogs. 3 challenges, and I'll tell you what, you are going to be blown away. What about the studio audience? They're absolutely pumped. But let's meet our contestants.
This is my dog Killer, and we're here to smash the bone low.
This is my dog Barney. I've won a Brownlow, so now it's my boy's turn.
This is my dog Lex, and the Redheads are going to take out the inaugural Footy Show dog show.
This is Bert. Don't let his small stature fool you. He means business. Kind of.
I'm here with the big dog Zeus, and we're pretty excited to take out the first bone load.
Oh, look at that. Ari, look at the camera. There you go.
Hopefully the Saints can take home some silverware tonight.
Yes, that's what it's all about, the Bonelo. Have a look at it too. Tell me what AFL footballer wouldn't want to have that in their home now. It is my great pleasure to be joined today in special comments by Andrew Burt, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Joe.
Forgotten more about dog shows than any of us will ever know, so he's going to dominate, as are these two. Our judges, Steph and Sam. Oh, now. Steph, of course, many years of doing this exact thing. Steph, what are you expecting to see from our AFL footballers in pursuit of the Bonelo?
We're looking for the dog that looks most like the breed standard.
All right, and what about you, Sam? What are you expecting to see today?
I have to actually feel the completeness of a male dog. That have to touch his testicles, I think.
Correct. Yes, that's correct.
You've decided to take that role on yourself, have you?
Yes.
Challenge 1, presentation.
The first contestant, Tom Rockcliffe and Killer. Hey! Have a look at Rock. Well, you allowed to pick it up like that?
Yes, you can
do that. Sweet. What are you seeing there, Force?
I'm seeing a very small dog that's disobedient for a start. Tom's asked it to sit twice. It's taken no notice.
It's got very good teeth, Sam.
Nice teeth?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, they're awfully good teeth. Yes, they're some of the best, finest teeth I've seen on a dog. For short legs, he moves well.
He does.
When I say he, I've been presumptuous.
Yes.
I better, is it a...
Well, it is a he. Can we just move him over this way?
Going with the glove, one of the judges. Oh, no. What are we feeling for here, Force?
No, you don't have to feel that bit, Sam.
It's got no agates.
There at the back.
Oh, no. Oh, this is awkward.
It has no testicles.
No, it has no testicles.
Why would that be?
It was desexed.
It's a female.
No, it's not.
How did you end up a judge? You can't even tell the sex of the bloody thing.
What's got no balls, Jim?
All right, let's get into the parade element, Andrew. What are we looking for here?
OK, you should be moving straight out and back, James. Legs should stay straight behind and straight as he comes towards him with a nice firm top line.
Well, there was really none of that there, was there?
Not really.
No, OK.
But just leave the dog. You couldn't walk up and down there for a minute, could you? Yeah, just hold the dog. Yeah, just hold it.
Just this way?
Yeah, that way.
This is an owner presentation.
Yeah. Why not? Tom, you could get on all fours on the table. I got a small check on. No, that's all right.
The judges' scores. Oh, a couple of sixes. Nice. Josh Gibson and Zeus. That's a big dog, Andrew.
He is a big dog.
Holy mackerel, that's a beast.
Oh, jeez, picked it up too for presentation. Oh, here we
Well, Zeus, eh? Wow. Now, oh no, look, he's got a very nice crown formation there, I believe.
They're a nice set of ears, are they, Force?
As far as ears go, they are gems.
They are.
Steph is going to look at the teeth. He's 11, is he?
You can clean them, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Gibbo, you can clean them.
There you go, Sam.
Oh, no.
Sam.
Wonderful.
Sam.
Oh, that's a beautiful specimen of...
It's firm. It's obviously done exercise.
Oh, what about that?
Yes, good boy.
Dane Swan, challenge number 1 with Barney the Caboodle. Andrew, this is not a comfortable dog in Sam's hands.
Just check his... I'm just checking his...
All right, the parade, here we go. Part of challenge 1, of course.
Agility. So he's...
Very happy little dog.
All right. That's a good effort.
Ready? Why would you have picked that dog, Dane? That's just completely different to you.
He's beautiful, so why wouldn't you have him?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah. Let's get a comment and a score. Oh,
no, I'm going.
Steph, why have you gone with 1?
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful dog, but unfortunately it's not a purebred dog. It's not, and this is a dog show for purebred dogs. So I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. Steph.
If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have come. Barney took it pretty hard too.
Yep.
He was a bit flat backstage.
He was flat.
Poor little guy.
He was.
But you've got to cut Steph, who's an international dog judge. She only deals in thoroughbreds.
That's
That
it.
is, you know, that's a mongrel. What is it? A mongrel?
Crossbreed.
Well, that's a mongrel.
Well, not properly mongrel. Mongrels
What's a
are bits of
mongrel?
everything.
I
Whereas
hope
this
Barney's not
bits-
watching. Why are you talking about him?
Look at the owner.
Well, the leaderboard, there's plenty more to come, by the way, in Best in Footy Show, but the leaderboard, there we are. Gibbo and Zeus off to a flying start.
We've had a slow start.
Tommy Rockcliffe and then Swanee bringing up the rear.
Finished second.
Part 2 later on tonight. And that's, of course, brought to you by Home Timber and Hardware. And while I'm on Home Timber and Hardware, they've got the new Easter catalogue. Here it is. It's out now. And don't worry. Power tools, hand tools, paint, garden gear.
You got no
plenty
idea.
available. Look at that. No, it's not my strong suit, I must admit. They're magnificent people. Get to your local Home Timber and Hardware store. Easter bargain like the tradie grade Bosch blue drill and impact driver. A bargain at only $329. Go where the tradies go.
Yes.
Home Timber and Hardware. Thank you very much for helping us with Best in Footy Show. Now, normally this is the domain of our great friend Gary Lyon, who loves nothing more than going through the new draftees and bringing them to the attention of the football world. Gaz, unfortunately, not with us, of course.
Well, shout out to Gary,
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Hope you're going well,
We know
Gary.
he'll be watching, and we know that he's getting better by the day, and that is absolutely brilliant. Now, what we need to do then is hand this job, a very serious job too, to a man that we're not quite sure where he's going to go with it.
Yes.
These are the best young talent in the competition, the new draftees. Hughesy, who you got?
Well, I've got 5 of the absolute best, JB. There's no doubt about that. And I think you need to make some noise as I bring them out one by one. Let's start with from Hawthorn, pick 22, because that's the pick they get. But he's a super. He's going to be a very good player. Give it up for Kieran Lovell, everyone. Mate, you must have been wrapped when Hawthorn picked you, yeah?
Yeah, I was very happy with it.
Absolutely. You've been there like 2 months now, 2 or 3 months?
Yeah, 2 or 3 months.
Well, tell everyone what's their secret.
Don't know, really, to be honest. You just get out there and get it done.
Yeah, but I mean, it's impressive. I mean, there's so many great players. They're ruthless players, yeah?
Yeah.
Hodge, ruthless. Mitchell, ruthless. Lewis, ruthless. Mate, I just saw on your player profile, who's your idol?
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. How do they feel about that?
Don't know, everyone sort of gets around him these days.
They get around him, yeah.
I haven't copped too much for it.
Well, he's certainly got it where it counts, no doubt about that. I can't believe I said that. But you like to keep a low profile, don't you, as a new player, yeah? So you've got to keep your head down.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Like, you wouldn't get on the Instagram and do anything leery, would you? Would you?
I might do, yeah.
With Ryan Burton, another draftee, you would go on the Instagram. Hawthorn's Instagram. Let's have a look at this. These two, just keeping it low profile on Instagram. You really, yeah. What did Lewis say about that?
Well, Louis didn't say anything, but a few of the other boys said, give us a bit of clip around the ears.
Yeah.
But,
Well, you're from Tasmania, though, so you're happy to have that on your jumpy. Mum didn't have to put that on for you, did she? No.
Nah, that's good. Yeah.
Well, mate, good luck. They're an unbelievable club, and good luck with your future. It's got to be a star. Give it up. Next up, we get to the pick number 5, Darcy Parish for the Bombers. Give it from Geelong Falcons. Give it up for Darcy. Looks like a real specimen, no doubt about that. Now, Darcy, you got there in November and it's all going well, and then the CAS findings come down in January. That must have been weird. Like half the club just half the team just left.
Yeah, it was obviously, a pretty disappointing time for the boys, but no, we've stayed strong and we've got some good replacements on the way, so yeah, hopefully in for a good year.
So you were there, like obviously you'd been there 2 months, and then all these guys come in, and you were one of the old boys around the place, really, weren't you? So have you been a mentor to James Cowley and Matthew Stokes? Tell them how AFL footy goes, yeah?
Oh, no, they've been super, the boys that have come in, so yeah, Krause as well, so I've been hanging around with him a fair bit, but yeah, they've been super.
Yeah, good stuff. Now, you're a bit of a prankster, I believe, is that right?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
Well, that's what it says, mate. Apparently you used to put dead fish in the lockers of classmates. Is that true? Is it true?
Yeah, me and my mate Matho might have got up to that one. It's good.
Well, I hope you haven't. I hope you haven't put one in the locker of Dyson Heppel. That's going to be pretty smelly by the time he gets back, isn't it?
Cool for sure. Yeah.
Well, mate, you're going well so far, and good luck in round one.
No,
Give it up,
appreciate
guys.
it.
Everyone for the Now we go to pick number 4 from the Murray Bushrangers, and it's for the Demons. It's Clayton Oliver. Give it up for Clayton. Good to see you, buddy. Now, the D's have won 3 from 3 in the pre-season, and you're there. What are you calling yourself the difference at the moment, or not?
Nah, definitely not.
No? But you're doing really well, mate. Was this I think this might have been your first or second game. Did you play in the first pre-season game, or did you start in the second one?
Nah, I played the first one.
First one. Well, this is your second one. Let's have a look at a mark you took in your second game. An absolute specky. Let's give it up for that, everyone. How'd that feel?
No, I don't think I got too high. I think it's a little bit put on, I think.
No, that was good, mate. Don't be humble. You're on the Footy Show, get excited. No, you're great. And you live with Angus Brayshaw, I believe, the nephew of the great James Brayshaw. Let's have a photo of those two together. Now, let's get some real home truths. What does Angus really think? Does he think JB's a wanker? Does he? No, what does he really think?
No, I've only heard good stuff about James, and Mark's been talking him up as well, so looking forward to meeting him.
Just make sure you listen to his wife much more than him, would be my suggestion.
Yes, that's true.
She runs the joint.
Yeah, now, there's been a little bit of talk about some of the Demons players taking feedback, not so... Or maybe we know that Jesse Hogan got a bit of a clip from an old legend of the club, David Swartz, about his kicking.
Pretty stiff.
Pretty stiff, and then Jesse came back, well, my kicking percentage is better than yours, Swartz, shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you, though, you're really calm with any criticism you get. It's on Facebook recently, someone said this about you. This is the bloke rudest head, and you... Being a really nice guy, this is how you responded to that guy. Rather have my lid than yours, hashtag squash pie.
Pie. Yeah, no, I just probably around the draft, a few of my mates would tag me a few things that people saying about me, and I started replying to a few of them.
Yeah.
And then one of my other mates tagged me in it, so I thought, why not give it a crack? And yeah, got a fair few likes and a bit of a laugh from the boys. So.
Do you think you're going to play round one?
Nah. Probably not. No, I got a gusty.
I might come back to you then, but good luck, mate. Give it up one more time. Very good. Now, pick number 2 for the Lions from Seymour. It's Josh Shackey. Give it up for Josh.
Oh, the big boy.
I tell you now, Willis.
The big boy.
The big stuff.
He's a big fella, no doubt about it. Now, Leopard, no doubt Brisbane's got high hopes for you, mate. So has Leopard put the pressure on you early on to perform straight away? I mean, big blokes normally take a bit of time to get going.
Yeah, definitely. Leopard's been real good so far, and as a coach, he's mentored me really well. And I suppose as a bigger bloke, it takes a bit longer to develop and all that. So
there's no doubt you're going to be great. You're from Seymour. What's it like moving to Brisbane? Was it like big smoke, Brisbane, isn't it? Yeah,
it's a bit different. Moving out of the country, so it's been good.
Yeah, well, you're living with Daniel Sauce Merritt, is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
We spoke to Sauce Merritt about how you're fitting in. This is what something he had to say, Sauce had to say. Apparently you came home after the first week raving about how the sushi goes around on a train up in Brisbane.
No, never seen that before.
You've never seen that before?
Nah. Definitely didn't, no.
Is there traffic lights in Brisbane as well, is there?
Yeah.
Now, other things we've found out about you is your celebrity crush. Do you remember who your celebrity crush is? Yeah?
Yeah.
And is that your celebrity crush?
Oh, yeah, might have been, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Tell everyone who your celebrity crush is.
Oh, yeah, Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue, yeah. And you're 18 and Kylie's 47. So,
I was back in the day,
back in the day?
Yeah, when I was a bit younger, yeah.
Oh, when she was 45. She's also 4 foot tall and you're about 7 foot tall. So, anyway, and no, we won't talk about your favourite app, so I reckon you go over there. Well done, Josh. Give it up one more time. Number 2 pick will be a star. Carlton were thinking about taking him, but Carlton, as number 1 pick, took Jacob Wiedering. Give it up for Jacob! Now, Jacob... Well, some of these guys might play round 1, but I think you're definitely going to play round 1. So this time next week, you're going to be on the MCG against Richmond in front of 80,000 people. I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit. There's still a little while to go. We've got a week to go, so
That's true.
just keep the body and mind fit. And,
That is level-headed, no
leave
doubt
it up
about
to
that.
Bolts, and we'll see what happens.
Leave it up to Bolts, and you look up to Bolts, don't you? I know you look up to Bolts. Let's have a look at you looking up to Bolts on the draft day. You look up to him. Yes, that's right. Now, how do we pronounce your name? I've heard we're getting it wrong, are we?
No, it's Wietering.
I heard it was Vietering.
It's Dutch, so the W is pronounced with a V.
So
V
it is
sound.
Vietering?
Yes.
So it's Vietering.
It
It's
is
Jacob
Vietering.
Vietering.
Correct.
And if we don't like you out there, we call you a vanker?
That would be correct in the Dutch language, yes.
Now, you've been living with Jack Silvani, is that right?
Yes, up until New Year's, yes.
Yes, with the Silvani family, yes.
Correct.
And with, yeah, all right. And with his mum is Jo Bailey, yeah.
Yes. Joe and the family have been lovely to me. Gave me a bed and beautiful food, so I can't complain.
No, fair enough. And I think Jo would be younger than 47 too. She's a beautiful woman. They're a great family, aren't they? There's no doubt about that. Now, there's a little bit of a quote that one of the panel members wanted me to bring up. It's apparently you're asked about parting ways of some footballers out there, and then you said you're not a party person. That's for Dustin Martin and Dane Swan to do in Las Vegas. I'm sure they're enjoying themselves, but that's not for me, and it's not for Trent Cotchin either. Don't know if you know the panel member who wanted me to bring that one up. Swanee, have you got anything to...
Yeah, well, once you play 14 years at AFL level, mate, trust me, the first thing you'll be wanting to do after the season is get to Vegas.
Right on, mate. Jacob,
Great job, Hughesy.
Yeah, well done.
Brilliantly done. And what about these 5 young stars, ladies and gentlemen? They're going to light the AFL up. And it's great to meet the young talent. And when any of these other footy shows come knocking later on in your career, you're locked into the footy show now for the rest of your lives, Year 5, so make sure you remember that. Good luck with your great careers. Wonderful, boys. We're going to take a break because there is plenty more to come on a big episode of the
Still to come, the mailbag gets upended. All the questions we were afraid to ask get answered in What the Boss. Plus all the poop in part 2 of Best in Footy Show. Stay with us.
Oh, now then, the hard-hitting, pull, no punches, agenda-setting footy class is back with a bang this Monday night, 10 p.m. Footy Classified, must-watch television. It all starts with Tiger skipper Trent Cotchin in the hot seat. And next Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m, massive names on the Footy Show Wednesday night. Star cat recruit Paddy Dangerfield, the Danger, Premiership skipper Luke Hodge, and new Bombers coach John Worsfold will all be live in the studio. So just letting you know that it's 10 o'clock Monday night. If you want to know what's going on in the world of the AFL, you need to watch Footy Classified because they set the agenda. Everyone else follows during the week. And then Wednesday night, 8:30. Massive names. Have a listen to them, Fat.
What are they?
Well, Paddy Dangerfield, your man. No.
Paddy?
John Worsfold, the
Worsha?
coach, of course, of the
Yeah.
Bombers, and Luke Hodge, Wednesday night, 8:30.
Is there a new host of Classified?
Damien Barrett will be joining the team there,
Yes.
so it'll be a very, very big show. Make sure you're watching both of those. It's time on the Footy Show for Sam's Mailbag.
This is from Brewster of Collingwood.
Yep.
What was that?
That was a
That was just a lady from Sweet Talk. Yep.
It wasn't Brewster.
No.
Hey, Pop, says Brewster. Nice shout out to Polly Farmer last week. Can you give one to Lou Richards this week? Well, now, Lou was 93, and God love him. Just rolls off the tongue too easily, legend. He is...
No, he is a legend.
That just rolls off the tongue too easily. He's more than a legend.
Well, I said someone interviewed me about this exact thing during the week on Radio's Force, and all the PGA golfers tipped their lid to Arnold Palmer because they would not have the career they have without the great man paving the way, and we do the same to Lou Richards because none of us would have these jobs unless the great Louis...
A pioneer.
Very...
Pioneer, Sam.
A very good analogy, Jim. About Polly, do you have any vision of he and you playing together, says Brewster. Well, look, at short notice, this is the only vision I could find at short notice.
Yeah.
It's
Behind
me
the
and
pack,
Polly.
Newman has played a magnificent game. He could be well, he is a potential for a Brownlow medal, Tony. There's no doubt about that.
Now kick it to Polly.
Drop kick toward the centre half forward position with a drop kick. He's obviously looking for Farmer.
So the only bit of vision you brought up was all about you and the fact that you're a potential Brownlow medalist. We never even saw Polly Farmer.
Where
in
was
the
Polly?
vision.
Polly marked the ball.
Did he?
No, he didn't.
I drop-kicked it to him.
Did you?
How many votes did you get that year, Sam? Can you remember?
Hundreds. No, I actually got suspended later in that year for dissent.
Did you?
Yeah, dissent.
Yeah,
So you would have won. You might have won.
What?
You got suspended late in the year, and we've found out you actually got 6 for the year. So you're close.
6 votes.
That's unbelievable.
Dissent.
That's the best bit of vision you could get.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. Yeah.
This is from Snapper of Geelong.
What's happened to wonderful Geelong, Sammy? You're wonderful Geelong.
That's not Snapper.
That's not Snapper.
That's just some bloke.
Snapper. Newman.
Yep.
Loved the look-alike of Bill last week.
The two of us, there'll always be.
And JB came across as very confident as well.
Oh, here he is. Look at the swagger.
Bill.
Shut up.
I was actually writing on behalf of me partner, who loves bucks. Any chance you could cobble together all the sketches you have ever filmed with Nath?
Nath.
Nath, it's got Nath here, over the years, and show them tonight on your program. Snapper, you imbecile. Now, what was that? That was between 25 and 50, I think, an IQ of. No, but we will show you this. This is of Nath.
He used to love doing that stuff, didn't he?
And who played in Hawaii Five-0? Who was that? Who was the main character?
The show was off-air before any of us were born.
Jack Lord.
Oh, that's right. Lordy.
Right.
Yeah.
Jack Lord.
Yeah, Lordy.
This is from Marcus of Bomberland.
What do you reckon about the Bombers? Say something nice about them, sir.
Stuffed.
That's called.
Newman.
Literally.
Newman says, Marcus, is it true that Dave Hughes is in Kung Fu Panda 3? What's that, an entree at a Chinese? What is that?
No, it's a movie, and Dave's voice is in Kung Fu Panda. You are a goose.
I'm a goose. It's a worldwide hit.
Unbelievable.
Kung Fu Panda with Jack Black, and I play a goose. People may not notice me in it because I'm very good at voices.
We are. All right. I've got a saying from the movie here, and I want you to say it in your normal voice and then in your character voice, all right?
All right.
There is a secret panda cave in the forest. Normal voice.
There's a secret panda cave in the forest.
In character voice.
All right, close your eyes.
Yeah.
There's a secret panda cave in the forest.
It's a saying.
Not saying. You get suspended for dissent. You got suspended for dissent.
Dissent, yes.
What did you say?
That's when you speak ill of
But what
the
did you
umpire.
say?
There's
Maybe.
a secret panda cave in the forest.
Yeah. No, I actually got 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
What did you say?
Invective, strong invective it was.
Right.
It was you rotten old sausage.
That's it.
Now this is still going on, Marcus of Bomberland. Speaking of animals, were we? Yeah, panda. How in the crap, says, are you a dog show judge? You don't know the first thing about breeding. I know a bit about breeding. Get the willing participant up on blocks and see if we can sort out the rest of the machinery. Don't worry about that. And you hate dogs. Look, I'm not fond of dogs, to be honest. I can't understand why. This is a bit like texting and tattoos, and I don't know why you bother walking around with a dog on a bit of rope. Just why don't you gravitate to people for a start?
You were a judge.
I was, and I did a bit of training with Steph, and she was a fantastic woman, Steph. And this is just.
How are you around dogs, Sam?
Oh, my word, I'm just at one with dogs. Now, right, let's go now. Have a look. I will. No.
Any breed at all?
Any breed at all. Truth be known, Steph, I'm more of a cat person.
Oh. First of all, we're looking for the overall shape, where the dog's head is in proportion to
Where its head is?
Yeah, it should be up
the
above
front.
the body.
As teeth go, it just...
I'm just going to touch its legs again.
Very nice legs, yeah.
Yes, and how firm and solid she is.
She is
Yes.
certainly firm and solid.
Yes, that's right. Do you like your women firm and solid, Sam?
If you want to be a part of this groundbreaking segment, do PO Box 9, Melbourne, Victoria 3001, sam.mailbag@9.com.au or 9now.com.au/AFL-footy-show-show. They've added that last bit in there, Fat. I haven't seen that before now. Last week, first time ever, we ran with a segment called What the Foss.
Yes.
Now, what happens here is our magnificent studio audience get to write down a question they have always wanted to ask the great Sam Newman. Sam has no idea about these questions. We pick out 3, and then the panel ask the questions of Sam. We pick out 3. Now, for legal reasons, this is a segment we need to do last on the show. And if it gets fruity enough, we just shut the show down, basically. And the show finishes at that point, Husey. It's how it works. It was very successful last week. That is coming up. But next, we also have a look at the second segment of Best in Footy Show. So do not go anywhere. Show, the Best in Footy Show Part 2, Not Far Away, and What the Foss, where the questions get fired at a man who has no idea what's going to be asked of him, and it is very, very entertaining. But now, Nicky Dowell, the West Coast Eagles, grand finalists from last year.
So coming off a very successful year, Jim. A couple of big inclusions, obviously Jack Redden and Lewis Jetta from Brisbane and Sydney, respectively. They've lost Matt Rosa. Scotty Selwood's gone to Geelong to play with his brother, and Beau Waters. So I can't see them dropping off too far. They've obviously got some young guys coming through, but just particularly Redden and Lewis will give them a bit of outside class, a bit of inside hardness. Once again, without stating the obvious, tipping another good year for them. They'll win their games in Perth and sneak a couple when they're over here as well. So I can't see them dropping off too far.
Great respect to Beau Waters too, who is a very, very fine young man, and his body just didn't allow him to play the AFL footy he should have. But never heard anything but enormous respect for that man. He's had to retire because, as I said, his body let him down. So to Beau Waters, great career, and all the best with everything coming up. Hey, I talked about the Best in Footy Show. We've already had a look at Swanee, and of course Tommy Rockcliffe, who flew all the way down from Queensland with his dash hound. And well, it gets a bit fruity for Rock a bit later on, but we'll let that go. Now, this is the first challenge, and this is part 2 of Best in Footy Show. Challenge 1 continues from the Essendon Football Club, the champ himself, BJ Goddard, and his Kelpie, Lexi.
James, I think this one might be a cross.
Oh, don't mention the war. We've had an issue with Steph already on this front. All right.
Up.
Oh, what about that?
Very impressive.
Good girl.
A first time up on the table unaided.
The stifle is the...
Here's your stifle.
This is the stifle here. This is the stifle here.
That was the stifle?
Well, I'm going to score this bitch accordingly.
Right.
Because...
Well, you could at least be polite to it first.
Yeah.
Well, it's the name we give to females
Yes,
in the...
it is indeed.
So, unfortunately, this is my score.
What is it? Oh. And why is that, Steph?
Well, because she isn't a purebred.
Not happy about it.
She's happy with that, Steph.
Let's hope it gets off that table and goes and eats Shane.
I'm giving the bitch.
Yes.
I'm giving the bitch a 7.
7.
What about the extra point? Did you like redheads, Sam?
Brendan has made a very good point. I like redheads, and I'm giving it an extra point because it's a redhead.
What do you think of that, hey?
Let's welcome David Armitage and Ari, the Black Lab. Oh, now then. Look at the swagger on Armour. He's very happy with it, all about it, Armour. Or not worrying about the walk around, just the
No,
presentation first
we'll
up.
do the walk around later.
She's a lab retriever cross Kelpie.
Oh, Dave.
Here we go, James.
That's it.
You're
We're in trouble.
In for a big shock when the judges come out, Dave. Not from this judge. Yeah, let's have a look at his teeth, her teeth.
Oh, beautiful.
Let us be the judge of that, Dave, if you wouldn't mind. Nice.
Yes.
And a nice ear arrangement?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Nice ear arrangement.
Nice.
You are an idiot. Well, we'll give a comment first, Steph, before we get... Oh, no.
Look, see the dogs. It's all right, they're not real. It's all right.
Well, she's obviously very intelligent.
Yeah, she is.
She's barking at cut-out dogs, Armour. What the hell's going on?
Well, here it is. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Again with a 1.
But I think it's a wonderful dog, and
Thanks,
I've given it
Sammy.
7.
You're a star.
All right, David Armitage, star of the Saints. With his pug called Bert. Put your hands together for Chris Dawes. Oh, have a look at the big man. Another version of a massive man with a tiny little dog. We can't work this out for us. A weird-looking dog, Andrew, your pug.
Some would call them ugly, but I'd say they're beautiful.
Righto. Special comments from Andrew Burt.
Well, it's got a nice undercarriage, and how its torso comes into the back flank here and then just tapers down into a very nice leg, Jim.
Come on.
Little bit of encouragement for Burt as he works his way around. Nice. All right, here he comes.
Yeah, he's doing a good job there. Straight out, straight back, nice sound mover. I think this one will do well.
All right, here we go. Steph, what are your thoughts first?
Well, I think this dog really fits the standard very well. I'd like to see his eye colour a little darker, but other than that, he's a very fine example of the breed.
Oh, nice!
He high-fived him.
Nice!
I particularly was impressed with his nostril, his intake there. As I said, when its face is flat, it needs all the surface it can get.
Is that what you knew about it?
I think it is an extraordinary example. You saw the score, didn't you? Didn't you? Look, there you are.
Oh,
yeah. What did you do? Oh, 9, look.
18. Put your hands together. Righto, Dawson. Bugger off. We'll see you in Challenge 2. All right, leaderboard. Look at Dawsey off to a magnificent start. 18 points. Gibbo and Tom Rockcliffe round out the top 3. The back just tapering into a very nice leg arrangement. Was that your expert opinion?
I couldn't think of this. Word. It's called the, what is the word? Tapers it. What is it called?
Oh, dear.
I can't even think of it.
You're the judge.
The pixel, not the pixel.
Stifle.
At the stifle is where it comes.
Yes.
I don't even know.
Gathers in the back of the guts there.
Steph said, say stifle. That'll get people interested. And I said, right. But what is this?
I will say this, that it gets a hell of a lot looser, this challenge. That was just the opening salvo. By the time it finished, all hell breaks loose. Hughesy, are you a dog lover?
I am a dog. Well, I've got a dog, so I've got a rescue dog. Had him home about half an hour before I realised where he'd been abandoned. But his name's Bug. He's a great dog. 10 years we've had him. He hasn't used the doggy door yet. Not on his own. Kids go through it. The cat goes through it, not him. I swear, I pushed him through it the other day. He looked back at me like I was David Copperfield. How'd you get me through the wall, man?
Hey, David Armitage is a star. We loved him on the show, of course, and he is part of the Saints. Willis, how are they looking?
The Saints only played 2 NAB challenge games, Jim. One got washed out, of course, 14th last year, 6 wins. And a couple of ins there. Jacob Carlisle, well, he won't play for the year, unfortunately. He's been banned. Nathan Freeman could be a very, very interesting player from Collingwood, of course. Watch him. Some outs there, Schneider and Farron Ray, or Ray Farron, has gone. Spencer White, another one who was going to be 30-something. Nick Riewoldt kicked 29 goals last year, but a different role for him. But they're still rebuilding, and I like where they're heading, Jim. I don't mind where the Saints are going.
No, and Nick Riewoldt is an absolute superstar. Former teammate, before we get to the feedback, we should mention, I think you might have touched on it earlier, Dal, as a former legendary Saint, that your young bloke, Jude, just turned 1. Was it yesterday?
Yep, yesterday.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
And Jules?
Yep. Both going well.
Jude's mum and your far too beautiful better half. She's doing most of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually doing a little bit of work, so it means I have to do a little bit of babysitting on my days off. But no, all going well. Everyone's healthy. That's the most important.
Is he walking out? Is he?
He's taken a couple of steps, but I wouldn't call it walking just
Has he
yet.
got your strut or not?
He's got my ankles, unfortunately, as well.
He's got cankles?
Yeah, well, he's only young. They're a bit chubby, but we're hoping once he gets walking, they'll work them off.
Any second one coming in any
No,
stage?
not yet.
Not yet?
Jim, there's things that have to happen for that too. Those things aren't happening, Jim.
We got some feedback. Well, first of all, on Sam's rant.
Yes.
79% in agreement with you with the graffiti. 79%. And there it is there. And 21 don't agree with you, Sam.
Now, who wouldn't agree that people who go around and deface the community are not morons?
They're the graffiti people.
20% of the graffitiers.
Yeah.
But sometimes it looks good, Sam. Some of the walls look good. Come on.
Only if the walls look good if they've got permission from the owners to do it.
Yeah, well,
Other than that, they're vandals.
And some more feedback. Have a look at this. This is from Robbie on Facebook. Don't ask. Sam, you and old mate Donald Trump, who you were talking about earlier in the show, are very similar. Not only are you both old, you wear wigs and are plain simple flogs, but he had the same trouble as you with the eagle. Have a look at this. That's the American eagle, of course. And that's you there in Perth when you tried to kill that eagle. You tried to kill the eagle. What are you doing, Samuel?
Hanging it upside down.
You're very similar, you and Donald.
Well, when you put a large bird of prey on your wrist, Bill, and hope it won't peck your eyes out, it can tell that you're nervous. And you couldn't have jammed a knitting... I tell you, with a jackhammer, you couldn't have jammed a needle up me.
Yeah, but once it left your arm, the thing that concerned us with you, you then tried to hang it. Yeah. You could have just let it hit the ground. And...
Well, it was attached to my wrist, Jim. Do you think it was just allowed to fly around the... It was allowed to fly around the studio?
Well, let it go.
I couldn't. It had a rope on my arm.
And if it comes back, it's yours.
I absolutely love it. We are going to go to a break because next, studio questions of Sam Newman. What the Foss? It cannot be missed.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Footy Show. What the Foss, not far away. And speaking of Samuel, of course, a slightly different way of doing street talk this year. What happens is you have to invite the great man to come to your event. So he's not just going to wander the streets. It's invitation-only street talk.
That's it.
And, Bill, we have been inundated.
No, we've been inundated. And there's over 300 invites, and there they are there.
That is amazing.
All wanting the Foss out to a lot of Bucks parties, Foss. I've got some here.
Go on.
Do you want to go clay shooting in Epping?
Clay shooting?
Yeah.
They got clay targets out there? I thought they just shot one another.
Oh, all right, no. Bucks party in KL. Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur?
Yeah.
At Oompa Loompa. It's Koala Lumpur.
Yep. No, I don't think we can send
right,
it.
no,
I'll go there.
What about another one here? The Adelaide International Kite Festival.
Kite?
Kite.
Yeah, no. What is that?
Well, these are the invitations.
Who would have a festival for kites? What is that?
Well, it's a kite festival.
Keep piling through.
Quambatook Tractor Pull, Australia's largest pull. You'd go to that?
I would. It'd be just a distant memory, but I will.
Yeah, go on.
And Tanya is throwing...
I'm going.
Oh, no.
Is throwing a surprise 40th birthday for her husband this coming Saturday at Camberwell Town.
Well, there's the
Hall.
surprise blown.
There it is, Street Talk at 9.com.au.
Oh, you're not supposed to read that out.
If you want Sam to come out and do Street Talk at your event, that's how you do it.
Well, that's fantastic. But if you're taping this, Tanya, I wouldn't let your old man watch it.
Dal, the Blues, what can we expect from them in 2016?
Bear with me, Jim, because we do have a few changes here. The first of the outs, Tom Bell, Lockie Henderson, Menzel, Yarran, and then a couple of retirements in Judd Carazzo, Pill Watson and Robbie Warnock. But they do have some good ends, and Sam Kerridge has probably been the standout in the pre-season NAB Cup already. Jed Lamb, they got 4 guys from GWS that they traded for. Jed Lamb, Andrew Phillips, Lockie Plowman and Liam Sumner, as well as a few other younger guys and a couple of the young early draft picks, which we've seen one of them tonight. I think they'll improve this year. I don't think they can, without being rude, go back too far, so I think some improvement will be good.
They're going to improve.
Yeah, I think they'll improve. I obviously respect their coach. He's come from a really successful club, and we heard Ross Lyon speak about earlier about getting people from successful clubs, which they've done.
4 wins last year.
Yeah, well, they'll get more than 4 wins this year, Bill.
Yuzi, you're a very passionate Blue.
I am passionate, yeah. We're on another journey, guys, and we need a lot of supplies. It's going to take a while. But we've lost some talent. And Chris Yarran, he's out for 6 weeks, I believe, for Richmond. He was firing at training, Yaz. Absolutely firing. He was absolutely red hot. But his tackling's what you love most about Yaz. I mean, the man's just... Anyway, good luck to him. We're going to miss that.
Hey, another team we need to have a look at are the Adelaide Crows. Let's have a look at the Crows.
Jimmy.
There's some big ins. Troy Menzel and Paul Seidman, a couple of them, very handy inclusions from other clubs. And, of course, you look down there, there's some nice draftees as well. The danger is a massive out. He's gone to Bills mob Sam Kerridge, just mentioned by Nicky Dell. So they've lost some quality. James Podsiadly, a very good man, and Brent Riley, so some experience going out of there as well. Want to quickly say good luck to Don Pike, who's a good old mate of mine from the West, and he's a very, very intelligent football man. He's the coach of the Adelaide Crows. Bad luck round 1 where it won't go so well for him. But after that, we wish Top Heavy very well. He's a very, very good man.
Top Heavy?
Top Heavy Pike, because he's a very skinny man. Now, Bill, next Wednesday night, I teased this earlier. Wednesday, 8:30 next week, the Footy Show.
Oh, yes,
Listen to these names.
Who we got?
Luke Hodge. He is a Norm Smith.
Who else?
On to Paddy Dangerfield, Bill, your man, and John Worsfold, of course, who is the coach of the Essendon Footy Club and, of course, a former premiership coach and captain of the West Coast Eagles. Now, Swanee, what do you got over there, please?
Yeah, we've got a couple of little toys of myself. Jane, we've got a life-size version of Boomer Harvey here. So a bit like the Jamie Elliott here and me. Remember the Bruni dolls in the cricket?
I do.
So we sit there and we talk. And we say about 50 different things. Sam, we've also got a blow-up doll. A bit different to your blow-up dolls at home, Sam. But you can have me. You can have what you like over there. But yeah, it all Coles and Coles Express. So they're good fun.
Does your one come with a free texter for the extras or not?
No, it doesn't. That's extra. But yeah, you can. We say.
Swanee, they actually speak to each other, don't they?
Yeah,
if you get them close enough.
If we plug it in,
press them.
So we talk to each other. If we plug it in, we sort of. It's our voice. We've kind of bagged each other through when we recorded them all. So they're pretty good fun. So go to Coles and get them. They're great.
Is it how much?
It's Easter.
Is it working? Are you making some money out of it?
Not as much as you'd expect. Stick them in an Easter egg and give them to your kids for Easter. Just don't let them eat them.
I hope the nozzle's not where I think it is.
On that totally inappropriate note, we're going to take a break because next it's What the Foss and Husey. Have a look. Very nice to have your company on the Footy Show. Sam's done his best job of blowing up Swanee, while actually a member of our studio audience also helped out.
Not for the first time he's let himself and Collingwood down.
Now, time for What the Foss on the Footy Show. How this works is the studio audience, before they come into the studio, there's a holding area at the back. They get asked to write down a question they have always wanted Sam Newman to answer. Sam doesn't see these questions. They're read out by our panel members. We obviously identify the person in the crowd as well. And then Sam answers the question. Who have we got? Swanee, you're up first.
Yeah, we've got David Gross or Gross.
Where are you, David?
David.
Yeah. There he is. Righto. Stay standing up, David. Stay standing up. Righto. What's the question, Swanee?
Foss, what's more painful, Botox or divorce?
Well, they're both extremely expensive. But funnily enough, I've got used to both of them.
All right, well done. Thank you for that. Nicky Dowell.
Question from Paul Mazzucato.
Paul, where are you? Paul, here he is. Stay standing up, Paul, and you don't actually speak here. You just stand up.
Now, this one's a semi-serious question. How highly do you rate Dane Swan as one of the best of all time, Foss?
I bet if you're on drugs, I bet it's not speed. Well, very highly, just a supremely trained athlete. Mind you, it's a bit like going to the silent movies in the 20s before the talkies came in with the pictures. But, I mean, it's very nice to see him. He's I think you said he was a Norm Smith medalist, erroneously.
Yes.
Is he?
No.
No, that's correct. But he's a very good player. I don't know why he's got all that shit all over him. Brownlow. He's got a great dog.
Great. Sam, is he better than Nathan Buckley?
Well, is he better than Nathan Buckley? Of course he's better than Nathan Buckley. No, he's not. Nathan's a great player. He's a fantastic player. They're on a par. They're both great sports people.
And Hughesy?
Yes, this is from Lucy Mia. Stand up, Lucy.
Where are you, Lucy?
Lucy over there.
Now you got a shot of Lucy. There we are.
On your loose.
Sam, do you have an innie or an outie belly button?
Well.
Be careful with your answer, please.
Well, probably used to be an outie, but since I've burgeoned a little, it's probably my gut is probably surrounded and it's become an innie.
Well, let's have a look.
Come here.
Can you see it?
It's a bit like the old popular, a bit like the Vermilion tipped.
Oh no!
Since the veranda.
No.
Well, I'm showing you the button.
Oh, look at the hair there, crikey.
What sort of belly button's that?
Well, give us a look. Put it on. We'll get a.
No!
Make it laugh.
Goodness.
I'll tell you what. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, please thank Dane Swan, Nicky Dowell, Dave Hughes. Well done, Bill. Well done, Force. Make sure you're joining us next Wednesday, 8:30 for the Footy Show. And we can't wait to join. What are you showing there, by the way?
This here.
Oh, nicely done. The Champions book.
This is a book from Slattery Publications, Collins and Eddie.
Yes.
Not Eddie Maguire, but it's a man called Eddie.
Nice.
That's of Champions. If you want to just see who champions are in this game, that is a fantastic publication.
Well said, Force. See you next Wednesday night on the Footy Show.